What's up, y'all? Tyler here. It is a great day. I just got my dream guitar a couple days ago and I was so excited about it. I wanted to make a video for you that was just kind of like my first thoughts on this instrument, what's going through my mind after spending a solid, 2 or 3 days with it. This guitar is a 2018 Memphis ES-335. It's ebony with gold hardware. For me personally, this is pretty much my dream guitar. It has a Towner Bigsby, which is a Bigsby system that you can put on and take off without having to drill any holes in the guitar. And yeah, it's an incredible instrument. I think my entire career, I've always really revered these 335s and always really wanted one, but I've just never had a 335 in my professional career as a musician. I found a guy on Facebook Marketplace and we actually traded. So I had a Duesenberg guitar that I traded to him that he really wanted, and I got this out of the trade. And it was, yeah, it was like a huge success. We're both super happy, great situation. I've had a few days now, like I was saying, to kind of play with this guitar. And for me, I'm not really like a collector type. I'm not somebody that can tell you like every serial number and what it means and every spec and all that kind of stuff. It's just not the way my brain works. I wish it did, but it doesn't. For me, I just can kind of tell you like if I'm drawn to an instrument, if I feel like I bond with that instrument, and if it's something that I'll be using. For me personally, I really connected with this particular instrument. I think part of it is with it being a 2018 and it's been used and someone's really taken care of it, but like worn it in and played it. To me, that draws me to the instrument. It gives it a little bit of soul. Sometimes when I go in the store and there's like walls of like brand new guitars, it's kind of hard for me to get into it for some reason. But this particular instrument, the neck feels amazing. I usually like the 60s style smaller Gibson necks, but this neck feels really good. And yeah, it's just been great. One of the first things that I noticed about this guitar that makes it super usable for me in a professional setting is the wide range of sounds you can get out of it between the different pickups. For instance, like the neck pickup on a 335 is such a classic sound. It's just a full, fat, like expressive tone that I've always really loved, And then everything from that to, an aggressive sort of, you could get like a rock and roll sound out of the bridge pickup, or even like a super convincing country tone, like a chicken picking style. So you get even a great country tone out of it. And, the middle setting sounds really nice too. So this guitar just responds really great and feels just super dynamic to me. One of the things too that was interesting is when I got it, it had the original bridge on it. It didn't have the Bigsby on it. So I played it for a while with the original bridge, and when I put the Bigsby on it, I guess the best way to describe the change in how it almost felt like a little looser, if that makes sense. Now, these 335 guitars have a block down the middle on the inside, which makes them more solid. Part of that I attribute to the kind of fat, full sound of the guitar, but it also makes the guitar more solid with a Bigsby on it. Versus, like an ES-330 that's a hollow guitar with P90s. So I do think that drastically helps with the Bigsby, and I've gotten used to the way it feels, and it feels really good. Since I got this guitar, I did a little bit of research on these, and the 2018 model was like the last year they were making them in Memphis, I believe, and they started making these guitars in 1958. A little fact for you, ES actually stands for Electric Spanish. I just learned that recently. And it was a delineator between these style of guitars that you play like this versus like the more Hawaiian lap guitar style. And since then, there's all these different models that have come out, the 445, the 330, all these different models of different sizes. The 345 is maybe a little more ornate with like split inlay. that kind of thing. But the 335 to me is just the classic. It's like what you think of when you think of these guitars, and you know, I've just always wanted one, and it's a great feeling guitar. I feel like this is going to become my main instrument for everything, for sessions, for touring and gigs and everything. And one of the other great details that is super important for me that sounds obvious is just if a guitar can stay in tune. You know, if a guitar can't stay in tune, then it kills it for me in a professional setting. I just can't use it. But this guitar is like held tuned great, super reliable so far, and feels awesome. So yeah, those are my first thoughts. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and until the next video, peace.